The face mask, that was the call. So a face mask.
That was the only way they were going to bring down Omaris Tolbert that time.
The guy reminds me of Eddie Lacy. I told you, runs hard.
I agree.
Runs hard. I think it's the locks too. So
it's the locks.
One number away from Eddie Lacy as well.
That'll move the ball inside the red zone of the Panthers. Mount SAC leading 19-5, 13-20. Left to go in the third quarter. The Mounties have it at the Panther 19. 3 receivers set. Once again, the lone back is Tolbert. In motion is Steven Short. Allo rolls out to his right, throws on the run, and the pass is caught inside the 10-yard line. That's Ryan Simpson, who steps out of bounds at the 6. It's going to be first and goal for Mount SAC. And Brian, I got to say, this is the Mounties' most impressive offensive drive of the game here when it comes on their first drive of the second half.
I agree wholeheartedly. I don't know what Coach Jab said to that unit at halftime, but he obviously got his message across to the offensive unit. Ryan Simpson was a key player in Ventura last week, gets a first reception here for the Mounties.
Ball marked down at the Chaffey 6, first and goal. Allo drops back to pass, taking a shot towards the end zone. He has Mackin. He held on. Touchdown, Mounties. Derek Mackin's first touchdown since the Week 1 victory at College of the Canyons. And with 12:41 left to go here in the third quarter, Allo finds Mackin a 7-yard TD.
Well, it was a foot race to the left side of the end zone, beating out the DB Alex Olivas for Chaffey, as Mackin just uses size and speed to beat him out to a beautiful throw by Allo, completing that touchdown pass.
Let's see if they can convert the PAT this time.
Chaffey was still close in blocking that, too.
Nonetheless, it's 26-5. The Mounties lead 12:41.
That was a very impressive offensive drive for Mount SAC there. As they came out of that locker room, they were ready to go, as they were mixing it up in the air and on the ground as well. As Allo sprayed the ball a little bit on that drive, they also ran the ball from Tolbert. Also got a nice penalty there for the Mounties.
The penalty certainly helped out
to capitalize on. So, finishing the drive like you started it, very positive signs here for the Mounties in the second half.
I kind of like how the Mounties don't have – I kind of do and I kind of don't like it, Brian. How the Mounties don't have a consistent target week in and week out at wideout, but everybody gets the job done. Last week it was Simpson and Gilchrist. Tonight it's been a little bit of Simpson, but a lot of Derek Mackin, especially on that last drive, as Villarreal booms this one away. It'll be caught at the 3. That's Mullen taking it back. Gets across the 20 and steps on out of bounds at the 24, and that's where the offense for the Chaffey Panthers will come on out, now chasing 21 points. 12:36 left to go third quarter, but Derek Mackin, the transfer from El Camino, making a big impact here in the second half with the 7-yard TD grab from Justin Allo.
Well, he's a 6'4" frame, is Mackin. So Allo really can just float the ball anywhere in his vicinity. On that last touchdown pass, it was just a nice little laser pass out to the left side of the end zone, and Mackin just uses speed. He is 190, so a very light 6'4".
First and 10. Dump-off pass here, and tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3. That's Birdsong.
Should I say his name again? Who tackled him?
I dare you to.
Sidi Tama Aveda.
I think you just like saying that.
I do.
For good measure. He's been all around the football tonight. After the loss of 3, it's a 2nd and 13 for Chaffey College. 26-5, the Mounties lead, 12 minutes left to go. Third quarter here from Hilmer Lodge. Low snap, Plant picks it up, throws across the middle, and it's grabbed by Wembley, and he gets to the 35 and tack on 15 yards to that catch, as that looked like a horse collar tackle against the Mounties. Had some trouble bringing down Marquise Wembley, who had a pretty big first half, got 6 passes for 74 yards. That was his 7th right there, and sure enough, it is 15 more yards for Chaffey after the personal foul against Mount SAC on the tackle. That'll move the ball right at midfield.
Yeah, so Mount SAC now helping out the Chaffey offense here with a horse-collar tackle on that last play there. Really helping their cause on the defensive side. 3 down linemen right now for the Mounties.
1st and 10 at the 50. Plant back to pass. Quick pass to the far side of the field. That's going to be a 1st down and more. Getting to the 36-yard line. That was McKinney Farah. Leads his team in receptions tonight. That was his 7th of the ballgame. Stands at just 5'11".
Gain of 15 yards on that play for Chaffey.
Weighs all of 180 pounds. Back to the air go the Panthers, and this time it's Wembley bringing it in for a gain of 7. The quick passes have been very effective tonight for Chaffey College, but that's not going to help you once you get into the red zone.
Well, we'll see what they go when they get into that red zone. For the Panthers, they've had a tough time scoring, obviously, in this game.
And off to Birdsong. Breaking tackles, gets inside the 20, inside the 15. He's still on his feet. And he's finally dragged down, but not after he picks up another 1st down for Chaffey College.
Birdsong just keeping his feet moving. And that's what they tell you to do as a running back, is keep your feet moving. Even if you get hit, that's that yards after contact, Chris, that you mentioned early on in the first half.
1st and 10. Plant going to take a shot towards the end zone, and he overshot his man. He was going for a Wembley on the far side of the field, in the back corner of the end zone, but the pass was too tall for the 6'2" freshman wideout. Product of Upland High School. It will be 2nd and 10 at the Mountie 15.
Bryant on the coverage. That last breakup pass there. Great job to DB for the Mounties.
The Mounties will make sure it's not easy to score against them. Plant rolls out to his right. Has nowhere to go. Now gets it off at the last second and just has to toss it out of bounds, as he was under some heavy pressure that time.
That pressure brought by Magalay, the linebacker, 6'3", 230.
I would have just said his first name as well.
His first name, Magalay? Tuisa Omo.
Who knows?
Tuisa Moa.
One thing I know is that it's a 3rd and 10 for Chaffey College at the Mountie 15. 26-5, Mount SAC. 10:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 4 receivers set for Plant in the Panther offense. Shotgun snap, Plant. Has time, but before the snap, we're going to get a penalty flag in there, and this one's going to be a false start. And Chaffey, I'll back him up to the 20. It's been the same story all night long. Chaffey's able to drive down the field, get inside the Mountie 30, and then it all just falls apart.
You know, these penalties are really, really putting a halt to a great drive so far by the Chaffey Panthers in the second half, as they continue to shoot themselves in the foot, so to speak. The last penalty, a false start.
3rd down and 15. 5 receivers set. Plant pressured again. Now has to dump it off towards the far side of the field. But he threw it too far for Birdsong, the intended receiver. It'll be a 4th and 15 for Chaffey. And they'll send out the field goal unit to try to tack on 3 more.
The craziest thing on that play, the last throw by Plant, was he was looking to his right, backpedaling, but he threw it across to his left. I don't know if he was just throwing it out of bounds. Luckily, it did sail out of bounds for him, not picked off.
Rigoberto Luna on to attempt a 37-yarder. He's 1 for 2 on the night. This one has the distance, and it is good. So Chaffey College, once again, they're not able to get into the end zone to get some points out of the drive. It's now 26-8.
It's a weird
the Mounties
score.
lead. It is weird. 10:35 left to go, 3rd quarter. Denver Broncos have put points in the Super Bowl.
It's the 26 that's really throwing me off.
Is it?
Yeah.
26? That's kind of an odd. You don't see it too much in football. 26. Nonetheless, the Mounties once again on the defensive front have been able to hold Chaffey College when they get into plus territory.
It's been and they've been doing it all season long as far as just playing solid when they have to play solid defense, meaning in the red zone and forcing those turnovers. So far, in a great defensive showing here for the Mounties here at Hilmer Lodge against Chaffey.
Only kicks it away. Simpson takes it from his own 13, across the 20, across the 30, leapfrogs a man, and is down at the 31. So Ryan Simpson, he's very elusive when he runs the football. He's very elusive after he catches it, and you saw his elusiveness right there on the kick return.
Yeah, he's a quick player, a very dynamic player for the Mounties at 5'8". That's an inch taller than me. I could be out there playing. Not really, I'm too slow, but 5'8" frame of Ryan.
We talked about it last week. You played football before, Brian.
Flag football.
I played flag football as well.
Ryan Simpson, like I'm saying, Chris, he's just a very smart and fast runner, meaning he uses those teammates as a little barrier, if you will, with his frame, and kind of uses his speed, does a little stutter step, kind of analyzes the play before he shoots that gap and breaks through for a nice gain. It's not on the return, but it looks like there was a penalty. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, on where
there was no call on the field. Mount Sac will start from their own 10. Pistol set for the Mounties. Allo will drop back to pass. Will look towards the near side of the field, and speaking of him, it's Ryan Simpson. With a catch of 14 yards, moves the chains to the 24-yard line. First down, Mounties. Ryan Simpson, 5'8", 160.
Very, very smart football player Ryan Simpson is. Even when after receives the catch or starts his run, he just seems to analyze what's in front of him so well. It makes it look easy, and that makes it look even faster.
Two back set here for the Mounties. Bonds to the left of Allo. Tolbert to the right of Allo. Three receivers set. And before the handoff to Tolbert, whistles blow, and the Mounties will take their first charged time out of the half with 9:57 left to go. 26-8. The Mounties lead. Will be 1st and 10 for the Mounties at their own 25, coming out of the timeout. We talked about Derek Mack and the 7-yard touchdown reception on that last drive. You got so many big targets around you if you're Justin Allo. You got Derek Mack and his 6'4", like you said, Brian. But let's not forget about Gilchrist, who had the big-time touchdown reception in the first half and has been a viable target for Allo all season long. He stands at 6'6", transferred from Florida Atlantic University before coming to Mount Sac last season. And let's not forget about 6'3", Antoine Anderson, who had a touchdown against Fullerton College a couple of weeks ago.
And those are his top receivers, including last week as well, with 99, 52, and 48 yards in reception for Allo in Ventura.
Out of the timeout, it's a 1st and 10 for the Mounties. 4 receivers set. Tolbert the lone back. Allo pressure, dumps off a screen pass. This is Aaron Vons, who slips a tackle and gets to the 28 for a pickup of 3.
Another 5'8" player there, Aaron Vons.
I think 5'8" has got to be the most common height on this Mount Sac roster. We'll have to calculate that throughout the week and get back to you next weekend as the Mounties travel to Long Beach. The matchup of unbeatens at Veterans Memorial Stadium against the Vikings next weekend. 2nd and 7 here. Allo going to take a shot for Mackin. He's wide open down the sideline. Gets into Chaffey territory, and there he goes. Inside the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10 at the 5. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Mounties!
What a run that was by Derek Mackin after a beautiful throw by Justin Allo, who floated it into the basket there. And he took care of the rest and in for the score for the Mounties.
Derek Mackin, where has he been the last couple of weeks? 2 touchdown receptions in this second half. And the Mounties with a little bit more breathing room. With 9:09 left to go in the third quarter, Alberto Villarreal on to add the ever so important PAT. Chaffey jumped off sides before, but the kick is up. And